Elon Musk's father, Errol Musk, has been hit with some of the most shocking allegations imaginable, and this story is sending shockwaves across the world. 5 of his children and stepchildren have now accused him of sexual abuse, stretching across decades, countries, and different family branches. The accusations paint a disturbing picture of a man who has long been described as controlling, volatile, and controversial, but now finds himself at the center of a scandal that could define his legacy forever. The allegations date back to as early as 1993, when a 4-year-old stepdaughter reportedly told her mother that Errol Musk had touched her inappropriately at their South African home. That moment, buried in family disputes at the time, was the first ripple of a dark undercurrent that has now erupted into a full-blown international story. Years later, the same stepdaughter claims she caught Errol in the act of sniffing her underwear. Accusations that were brushed aside back then, but are resurfacing now with renewed urgency. These stories don't stand alone. Other children and stepchildren have since come forward, each describing their own experiences, each pointing to a pattern of behavior that is disturbingly consistent. One of the most unsettling aspects of this saga is the fact that this same former stepdaughter who first accused Errol of abuse as a child later became romantically involved with him as an adult. Their relationship became public, sparking widespread outrage and disbelief, particularly because they went on to have a child together. Errol insists they share 2 children, while she claims they only share 1. The dispute over even this basic fact is symbolic of the chaos and conflict swirling around this family. For many observers, the relationship itself raises troubling questions about power dynamics, grooming, and the blurred lines of family boundaries. The allegations aren't just historical. As recently as 2023, Errol's then 5-year-old child reportedly told a social worker that Errol had groped him. That revelation triggered one of 3 separate investigations into Errol's conduct. Social workers, police, and child protective services became involved, but ultimately none of the investigations led to criminal charges. 2 of the cases were closed, reportedly due to lack of evidence or legal complications. The 3rd investigation remains murky, with its current status unclear. Critics argue that Errol has benefited from wealth, privilege, and the ability to operate across jurisdictions, which may have shielded him from facing real consequences. Publicly, Errol Musk has denied all allegations, dismissing them as lies concocted to damage him and exploit his son's fame and fortune. He has called the accusations false and nonsense in the extreme, and he has continued to present himself as a man victimized by bitter ex-partners and resentful children. Yet the sheer number of allegations from multiple people across different timelines has made his denials hard for many to accept without skepticism. Meanwhile, Elon Musk himself has remained silent on the fresh wave of allegations. However, his past comments about his father leave little doubt about the bitterness of their relationship. Elon has previously described Errol as a terrible human being and claimed his father committed almost every evil thing you can possibly think of. For years, Elon has painted his father as a destructive figure, someone who left deep scars on his family. This new scandal only amplifies the speculation about how much Elon knew, how much he tried to distance himself, and whether these revelations add context to his fractured relationship with his father. Family correspondence unearthed in the past sheds light on the pain within the Musk family. At one point, relatives reportedly wrote to Elon, pleading for his help in addressing allegations of abuse, saying that the children were suffering daily. That letter, never meant for public eyes, highlights just how deeply this issue has cut into the Musk family fabric long before it became a public scandal. The Musk family history itself adds to the drama. Errol Musk, born in Pretoria in 1946, married May Haldeman, with whom he had Elon, Kimball, and Tosca. After their marriage ended, amid May's claims of domestic abuse, he went on to father other children, including 2 daughters with his later partner, Heidi Marie Bezuidenhout. It was through that marriage that Jana Bezuidenhout, his stepdaughter and later his controversial partner, came into the picture. Over the years, Errol cultivated an image of himself as a tough, successful engineer, but the family stories tell of violence, control, and a man whose shadow loomed heavily over his children's lives. For Elon Musk, the most famous of his children, this scandal strikes at a vulnerable point. While he has built his empire as the face of Tesla, SpaceX, and now X, formerly known as Twitter, his family history has always been a sore subject. Elon has spoken of a lonely childhood, of being bullied, and of a difficult relationship with his father. Now, as allegations of abuse swirl, the public is left wondering whether these painful family truths influenced the man Elon became. Public reaction has been explosive. Social media is filled with anger, disbelief, and sympathy for the alleged victims. Many are horrified at the idea that abuse could persist for decades without accountability, while others caution that accusations alone are not convictions. Some have raised larger questions about how powerful families operate, whether wealth, connections, and notoriety create shields that protect individuals from justice. Others point to the moral outrage of Errol fathering a child with a woman who was once his stepdaughter, calling it one of the most unsettling stories to come out of the Musk family saga. As the controversy rages on, one truth is clear. This scandal has thrust the Musk family into the spotlight in a way that overshadows rockets, electric cars, or social media takeovers. It's no longer about innovation or wealth. It's about disturbing allegations, broken family ties, and the public demand for truth. Whether or not Errol Musk ever faces criminal charges, his reputation has been scarred, and the Musk family name will carry the weight of these allegations for years to come. This is a story still unfolding, with unanswered questions, legal gray areas, and the possibility of more revelations to come. But for now, the allegations alone have been enough to shock the world, and they show just how dark the lives of the wealthy and powerful can be behind closed doors. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.